Kuu building, the headquarters of the National Library in Nairobi. Our news crew is in there for us. Let's cross over live and listen in.
Expand their intellectual horizons and to promote a reading culture. I want to congratulate the Ministry of Sports and Culture, through you, Amina, for its creative use of the library space to transform it into a hub for knowledge, but also for networking. And I'm pleased to note the special features of this library. Start with the 300 capacity children theatre, where children gather for storytelling every Saturday and hold reading competitions. And I believe this is an effective way of promoting and nurturing a reading culture at an early age. I congratulate UCS. I understand that every last Saturday you're also here encouraging our children to read. Hongera, pongezi kwako. But there's also the 50 capacity senior citizen section, which provides newspapers and periodicals and acts as a meeting point for fellow senior citizens who I will be joining shortly to network. This excellent approach, I believe, will ensure that our retirees remain intellectually active and engaged and continue to contribute to nation building. We also have 4 auditoriums with a combined capacity of 1,200 people, which provide space for local authors, for local artists to showcase their work. The 500-seat gallery, the Sanaa Center, will also be available to local artists to showcase their artifacts. And soon after the opening of the library, I am assured that a group of Kisii sculptors who I met when I was in Kisii for Mashujaa Day will be the first group to showcase their work at this impressive building. I'm pleased to note that some of the pieces which I've just seen are being showcased today. We also have the section for persons living with disabilities, where books and other materials are available in different formats, from Braille, audiobooks, and large print books. Ladies and gentlemen, legend has it that Abdul Qasim Ismail, who lived AD 938 to 995, and who became the Grand Vizier of Persia, was an avid reader and was so enthralled with literature and learning that he never left home without his personal library. The 400 camel caravan carried 117,000 books and was more than a mile long. Today we have come a long way since then, and while our thirst for learning and reading has not abated, we can now easily access more than the 117,000 books through a simple tablet or computer. In this context, an important part of this library project is to ensure that all Kenyans, wherever they are, have access to reading materials. The elaborate ICT infrastructure within the facility will facilitate community access to online information and also connect them to the rest of the world. And in this regard, my government, through the Ministry of Sports, Culture and Heritage, and the Sports, Arts and Social Development Fund, is going to implement a 2-year Kenya shillings 250 million project that is focused on establishing the Kenya National Library Services virtual library facility. This virtual library will ensure that Kenyans of all walks of life will have access to quality, timely, and relevant information held by the Kenya National Library from the comfort of their homes. The virtual library, which we intend to launch by June of next year, will have a capacity for 15 million publications, and the first phase will digitize 800,000 books periodicals, research papers, and government publications, and it will also contain 600,000 e-books, which are currently accessible offline through the e-readers across 63 Kenya National Library Service branches countrywide. Maktaba Kuu is therefore not just a building. It is a place that enables us to understand our past and the contributions made by our forefathers. It is also an ever-broadening platform from which we can build on existing knowledge to address our current and future societal challenges. I want to thank all the leaders who continue to champion more library facilities across the country. Already, several library projects have been funded through the Constituency Development Fund with the support from various members of Parliament. Notable examples include the newly constructed Voi and Eldamaravine libraries that are offering state-of-the-art library services. And it is my commitment, and that I hope of other leaders at both national and county level, that we will have more libraries across the country to address the growing need for knowledge and information across our country. Ladies and gentlemen, this work is not government alone. It belongs to the people of Kenya. And in that regard, I would like today to recognize two exceptional young women, Angela Washuka and Wanjiro Koinange, founders of the Book Bank, who have adopted and transformed 3 public libraries, Makadara, Kaloleni, and Macmillan. And their restoration model focuses on transforming libraries to community, empowering, and network spaces where the residents of Nairobi can access co-working spaces, legal advice, tax education, as well as literary materials. Book Bank has also embarked on the physical renovation of these libraries while preserving and enhancing their historical integrity. And it is my hope today that more citizens will draw inspiration from Washuka and Wanjiro to engage in endeavors of lasting impact for our country.
Well, more updates on that function later. And away from it,